Hi everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm so sorry I have been so absent on YouTube. I need to shut the window. 2 seconds. Started my channel in YouTube last year, did a few videos and then just stopped doing them. And I don't even know why, because I really, oh my god, I've got like Amos fluff floating around everywhere. My cat is so fluffy. So I thought I'd just start doing them again because I've really enjoyed editing them. I find it very therapeutic, and also I just want to share my love for makeup with you guys. Excuse how I look right now, but I'm actually getting ready to go out on a little lunch date with Ben. I'm gonna do a really nice clean girl look, or like clean girl natural look. I'm also gonna use quite a few dupe products today. So yeah, let's get started. Since I last did a YouTube video, I have changed my makeup routine quite a lot. I now start with eyebrows, which I never ever thought I'd ever start doing my eyebrows first, to be honest. I've always been a base girl, do my base, then eye makeup, and then eyebrows, and then lips. But now I do actually do my eyebrows first, and that is because, oh my god, excuse the lid, but I use the Beauty Crop BFF brow wax. This is unreal. My eyebrow hairs are quite long and thick, so they struggle to stay in place quite a lot of the time. This really does make them stay all day and all night. And I'm just gonna moisturize my cheeks, my nose and my chin. I'm not gonna moisturize my forehead just yet. When you put the brow wax on, if you've got like skincare or like any moisturizers underneath there, your brows won't like stick down as much as they would if you have like clean bare skin. The moisturizer I'm using is the e.l.f. Holy Hydration Face Cream, and this has SPF 30 in it as well. You know what, I'm having second thoughts. I feel like I should do my hair because I feel like this is not a vibe. Okay, let's do hair first. I've really not planned this through, have I really? I'm going to show you how to get a very sleek, long-lasting bun. The hair is greasy, the hair is a mess. So I'm going to literally just brush it through. I'm just going to put my hair in a middle parting. The best product to use if you want that sleek bun to stay in all day is actually mousse. Found out this little trick from Maggie Ann off TikTok. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put some into my hand, literally putting that through the hair so it's like flat to my head. And I'm just going to brush that through. I'm going to start putting my hair into a little ponytail. This is honestly the best hairstyle for if you've got really greasy hair. And now that I've got it into a ponytail like this, I just like to take a scrunchie. This is actually the Filter by Molly May one. I love the colour of this and it's just massive. Just get the ponytail and start to twist it round like so into a swirly bun. Get the scrunchie and pop it in like so. That literally won't move all day. I'm going to go back onto my brows like I was supposed to do when we started. I'm going to use the Beauty Crop BFF brow wax, I think it's called. Yes, that is what it's called. Get a little bit out of the pot, put it on to the back of my hand and rub the spoolie in it. Now just brush it through the brows like you're brushing your brow into a shape. I then like to just get my finger and just push the product through. Now I am going to use this Refi Beauty brow pencil in the shade medium. So I've literally had like one of the most surreal weeks of my life. I actually did a live with Space NK with Nikki tutorials. I cannot believe that even happened. It was on Tuesday, which was like the hottest day ever, I think, recorded in the UK. It was like 40 degrees here, and I am not joking. I was sat here underneath these lights because obviously I wanted the lighting to look good and I wanted me to look good. The sweat that was dripping off me because one, I was nervous. I've never done a live Instagram stream thing before. And obviously I was so nervous to like speak to her because I've literally watched her from when I was like 15. Yeah, it was just one of those like surreal moments where like I actually can't believe she picked me to do it out of all the other beauty influencers in the UK. I was literally like, how did you find me? So now I have done my brows. Don't worry, they look a bit scary at the minute. They look a bit big and bold. Not that's a bad thing whatsoever. I do quite like a big and bold brow. I'm going to carve them out with a little bit of this P. Louise base. I'm just running this underneath where my brow hair starts. So on our street, we live on like a little new build estate. and there's this family that I've moved in, and they've got a cat, and it's, I don't know why I'm whispering, not that they can hear me or anything, but it's extremely aggressive, and he keeps on wanting to attack Amos. He's attacked Amos like 5 times now, and the worst one was on Tuesday. I heard this like screaming and shouting, not only shouting, they were shouting in cat language. I'm just going to use this Sigma brush and go in with this Jordana T-shirt new palette. I'm just going to put that in the crease. So yeah, like I was saying, but he came in, and I am not joking, like he had clumps of fur that were like missing out of him, and he's a very, very fluffy cat, and he has so much hair, and I look at him now and he's got like clumps of fur missing, and I look at that cat dead in the eye, and it had a massive bit of Amos's fur in its mouth, and I was like, I feel like Amos is just like, why are you so obsessed with me? And honestly, I want to know why as well. So now we are going to go on to skin, and today we are going to use the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. So this is a dupe, and I mean, when I say dupe, it is literally the exact same to the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. I did a little video on Reels on Instagram for it, and some people said that they actually preferred this, like the look of it, to the Flawless Filter. I can't really see that much of a difference when I've got it on my face. Like some people said they thought it was a tiny little bit less shiny than the Charlotte Tilbury, but you know what, I'm gonna do it for you guys and do half and half again to see if you can see a difference. Everyone knows I love the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. I have had this for probably nearly out of date now, I'm not gonna lie. I've had it less than a year, but I literally take it everywhere with me. The writing has come off it and it looks a bit grim. Sorry about that. So when this came out, I was literally like, I need to try it. I need to see if they are the same in any way or form. And I'm gonna say like the only difference I can see is the price. This is £14 and this is £36, which is more than double. I don't know how much is in there. 30 mils in this one, 31.5 mils in this one, so you even get more in the e.l.f. one. And another difference that I can see is the applicator. Is it called dofer? Is that what it's called? I actually don't know. Like, it's pretty much double the size of the Charlotte Tilbury one, which doesn't really make that much of a difference to application. Yes, you'll apply more on, but yeah, I don't know. Don't really think it makes that much of a difference. These are both in the shades 3 Light Medium. Even the shade names are the same. I'm going to apply the Charlotte Tilbury to this side, and I'm going to apply this all over the face. So if you've never tried the Flawless Filter before, it's basically a makeup product that you can use as like a foundation, a primer, a highlighter, or you can even mix it into your foundation to add a little bit more glow. I think the Charlotte Tilbury is a tiny little bit darker in terms of the shades. I'm going to blend out the Charlotte Tilbury on this side with a beauty blender. So the way I like to use the Charlotte Tilbury is just like this, like as a bit of a foundation or as a primer. So this is the Charlotte Tilbury side blended out. As you can see, it's very gorgeous, it's glowy, it evens out my skin tone, and it just looks very pretty. I'm going to do the same thing on the e.l.f. side. I'm just going to blend this out. Part of me thinks, I don't know if the e.l.f. side has a tiny little bit more coverage than the Charlotte Tilbury side, which some people might like, some people might not. I personally do actually quite like it. Okay, so this is with both sides blended out. What do we think? Personally, really don't see that much of a difference. If anything, I think the e.l.f. one has a tiny little bit more coverage maybe. Please let me know down below what your thoughts are of this dupe. I'm going to go on to foundation. I'm going to use this Technique Luminous Glow foundation, which is £5. I've used this before and oh my god, it reminds me a little bit of the NARS Radiant Longwear Concealer. That is such a mouthful to say, but yeah, it does honestly remind me of that. So we're going to use this today. I really do recommend this for the price point. Like, it's £5. So good. I'm going to use the shade Beige today. I'm going to dot this all over the face, but I've just blended that in with a Wax Beauty blender, and look how good my skin looks. This is honestly so good, you need it. I'm going to go in with the Beauty Crop Vitamin Babe Concealer in the shade 5C. I'm going to blend this out with a Wet Beauty blender. Like, look how brightening that is. It's so nice, and it is a full coverage. I think it's full coverage, or is it medium coverage? No, it is full coverage. But this concealer is £10, which is quite affordable compared to like NARS or something, or the Lancome one. I'm really liking the Lancome concealer at the minute. That one is a medium coverage, so if you don't like anything thick or heavy underneath the eyes, I'd really recommend that one. I think that is £24, I think. I'm gonna go on to bronzer, and TikTok made me buy this as well. It's the BFF Pink Honey Bronzing Face Frosting, and this is in the shade Fudge Glaze. It is so nice and creamy, and it's like literally the most pigmented bronzer I've ever used. I get a big fluffy brush and just press it in. I keep doing this and I don't need to because it's a cream product. I'm just going to press that over the cheekbones. You can see it just gives the most gorgeous bronzy glow to the skin, and you hardly need any of it as well. Now onto blush, and I'm going to use another Techniques product. Techniques are smashing it at the minute. Like, this blush is amazing. So this is £4.50. I'm just going to use the same brush as I used for the bronzer. I'm just going to put that into the blush on the back of my hand and kind of just work it into the bristles. Just going to tap it into the skin. Gives the most gorgeous colour, and I've only used a little bit as well. They are quite pigmented, which is also amazing, which means it'll obviously last you a little bit longer. Who remembers in like 2016 when blush was literally nowhere? Blush was never spoken of. Like, when did I start wearing blush? I do remember starting to wear it, I think in maybe when I was in like 2019 or something, because I remember being quite obsessed with the Milani blushes, you know, like the baked ones. If I don't have blush on my face, I'm like, who is that girl? Don't recognise her. Before I move on to powder, I like to use the Beauty Crop Wee Cherie Hydrating Setting Mist. So many people do this on TikTok just before they put the powder on, as I think it makes all the cream products that you've put on just like blend together, if that makes any sense whatsoever, just to like one layer. If you think about it, we've put about 3 layers on our skin right now, but when you put this on, it kind of like merges everything together. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to use the Beauty Crop Vitamin Babe powder. This is in the shade Fair 1. I'm going to use this Trigwell Cosmetics powder puff. If you have not used a powder puff yet, you need to use one, especially if you struggle with texture and oily skin. Pressing the powder into the skin for some reason just creates the most flawless base and helps to stop you looking as oily throughout the day. Applied some powder to my powder puff, and I'm gonna just tap off the excess on my wrist and press the powder puff into my under eyes. Pressed it into my under eyes. I'm just gonna press it into this area here, just because that's where I get oily the most. I've not powdered my whole face. I've literally just powdered my forehead, underneath my eyes, here, and on my chin area, because I do get oily here. Not really sure why. So I can't find my Charlotte Tilbury bronzer right now. God knows where that's gone. So I'm actually going to use this Laura Mercier one. It's called, I've never used this one before, and it's called a Matte Radiance Baked Powder, and this is in the shade Bronze 01. Very lightly powder underneath my cheekbones. I think this is the first high-end products I've actually used. I am a changed woman. I used to be all about the high-end products, so like Charlotte Tilbury, Laura Mercier, what other ones, NARS. I used to use all of them. If you watch my past YouTube videos, I think I did like a full face of just high-end makeup. And next I'm going to go into blush, and I'm going to use another Laura Mercier product, or actually, you know what, I might use a Milani blush, seeing as I mentioned that earlier in the video. I think I do have 2 actually. I found my Milani blush that I've used when I was 18. Why have I not got rid of this? This is obviously out of date. But the shade that I'm going to use today is Luminoso. This is the shade, and it's very, very pretty. It's got like a little glow to it. And I'm just going to apply that to the apples of my cheeks. So that is my base makeup done. I'm just going to do a quick spritz of the Wee Cherie spray again. Now I'm going to do my eyeliner. I'm just going to look straight ahead. I always say looking straight ahead is the best way to do it because you can actually see what it's going to look like when you are looking at yourself in the mirror. Like, you can see the final thing. I'm now going to use the Hourglass mascara. This mascara is so good. So I've just gone in with this L'Oreal lip liner. I would say it's a little dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk lip liner as well. One of the reels that I did a half drugstore makeup versus high-end makeup face. And this was the lip liner that I used against the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk, and everyone was asking me what it was and they said they couldn't find it anywhere, but I think they might sell it on Look Fantastic. So yeah, 630 Beige Nude. So like I said earlier in my video, I did a live with Nikki Tutorials, and this was for their launch for Nimya Spill the Juice lip glosses, and they sent me the full range, and I'm going to go in with this one, which is called Are You Sitting Down? And you see how shiny this is. It is insane. I love it. I'm going to put a little bit of the Technique highlighter one onto the skin. So I've just applied a little bit onto the back of my hand. I'm just going to press my beauty blender into that and just apply it over the apples of my cheeks. Just gives the most like natural, soft, dewy glow. So guys, this is the finished look. I really hope you enjoyed my video, and I'll be back very soon with some more.